We get into this?
I mean, we could just do it.
Alright, we're just gonna do it. Welcome, everybody. We are going to recap MTV's The Challenge War of the Worlds, episode 10. I am Tom. With me here is my sister, Nicole. What up, Nicole?
What's going on?
And together we are the Valentines. Why? Because it's our last name. Anyway.
Simple as that.
It is an individual game now. How you feeling about that?
Mixed feelings?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe if they did it sooner, you get all emotionally attached to these teammates, these partnerships. So it's like, I think I got emotionally attached to like Nani and Turbo being together and Kyle and Matt, you kind of like them together. So I think if they had done it sooner, it wouldn't have given the viewers enough time to develop these emotional attachments. So
yeah, I feel like only a couple of the pairs actually were interesting though. Like Davon and Bear, we could have seen them split a long time ago or split whenever.
Oh, really? I like seeing them together.
They didn't seem to like being with each other, but
no,
at the end of the day, they did. At the end of the day, they're like, all right, yeah, I mean, it worked. So,
yeah.
I mean, I guess I didn't have that problem. My only quarrel is, what are we going to see in a final?
Yeah, and also, then it comes into play, the equalizers, which in this challenge I have a lot of questions about.
Right, and then just to skip way ahead to the next on, the challenge looks like they're on top of this Mad Max kind of demolition derby car drifting, but they're just on top of it solving a puzzle. So, that's the challenge, I think. And that's very gender neutral.
So underwhelming. Yeah, I don't think that the challenges are going to be as fun to watch. Or, the elimination. I don't know. It definitely switches up that whole aspect of the game. And then the equalizers always piss me off. And I always, question... I wish they told us what the equalizer was.
I don't think there was.
Instead of me, wondering if there is one.
Yeah, maybe, there was less wind resistance for the females. But I don't even know if that was the case, so...
I don't know. When we get there, I'm going to tell you all my concerns and questions about it.
Before we get into anything, oh my god, my life is complete. Bananas and Wes are going to be on Maury.
What?
Yeah. There's a trailer. Bananas posted on his Twitter, too. There's a 30-second trailer, and they're going to be on Maury, and it's going to be hilarious.
What the fuck?
I don't know. It's just going to... I don't even know what the questions they're going to ask them.
I don't even need to know more. That's all I need to know.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Okay. That's amazing.
So now that it's an individual game, who do you think this benefits? Who do you think is screwed? From the females, let's go to the females. Who's in the best shape? Who's in the worst shape? We got Nani, Cara, Davon, Ninja, Natalie, Georgia, Maddie, and Dee. Who do you think's in the worst shape?
Hold on, let me look at my... maybe... Alright, not Ninja. I would have to say, between Nani and Dee.
Okay, I'm going with Georgia. I mean, we even start off with the episode where she's like, I don't have any plans, so I might be screwed.
Well, she means, psychological plans, alliances. I think Georgia... has more fight than Nani and Dee.
Okay. Yeah, I would say yeah. Okay.
But definitely Cara, Maddie, and Ninja are at the top.
Yeah. Who do you think? Who's your favorite out of those three?
I'm leaning towards Maddie.
Yeah, that's who I'm leaning towards as well.
Cara used to be, but now I'm kind of over her. Ninja, like you said, she's good. She's a good competitor, but her personality kind of lacks.
We don't see her. We kind of forget about her. Almost.
Yeah, I think Maddie is well rounded, and even Wes said she's. He was talking about how she's rookie of the year. We haven't seen a female rookie or competitor like this in a while, and you and I had said since Laurel maybe.
Yeah. All right. So
I'm most excited to see her compete. I'd say.
Yeah. How about the guys? We got Bear, starting the episode. Bear, Kyle, Paulie, Wes, Turbo, Theo, and Hunter. Who's in the best shape?
I mean, like, probably Turbo? I don't know. Turbo seems like an animal.
This is more of a toss-up, yeah.
Like, not Wes. I don't think Wes is.
I think I'm going with Paulie, maybe?
Paulie, but then, like, if you go into, like, stature and everything, like, if we're talking about every aspect of being in the best shape, like, well, that height doesn't count, but well-rounded, like, not Paulie. Paulie is in the best shape, probably, but he's too short, whereas, like, Turbo's also in really good shape, and he's...
a little bit taller.
I think Theo's, like, the lankiest and not as muscular. Kyle, same. Hunter, yeah. So it's probably between Hunter, Turbo, and Paulie. I would put my top three.
Okay. In the worst position, again, it's almost like a toss-up. I mean, because we kind of have two alliances forming during this episode.
Yeah, for the worst, I would say probably Kyle, even though he's a good competitor still. Mm-hmm. That doesn't usually get in his way.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. We start off, speaking of...
West.
Yeah, I don't... It's hard for me to even...
Even though Wes said, like, 3 times this season, I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm like, what? Is this a joke?
I haven't heard that in a while, so...
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of alliances, that's how we kind of open up the episode. Paulie and Turbo are talking, and they seem to have an alliance to the final.
Yeah, so that was interesting, like, right off the bat, because I was wondering, too, I'm like, who's going to pair up? So you have Turby. Oh my gosh. Turbo, Paulie, and Kara.
Yeah.
And they're saying they're against Wes, Hunter, and Kyle.
Yeah, Wes, and I'm assuming they have, like, Ninja on their side, and then D's on Wes's side a little bit. For now, at least. Nani seems to be cuddling with
Ninja
Hunters.
And D are just gonna be, I think they're going to be together on whatever side they choose.
That's actually true. Yeah. That's true to see how that plays out, because, yeah, D's kind of somewhat with Wes, Ninja's kind of somewhat with Paulie, but they are, at the end of the day, they have each other's
they're
back.
Definitely, I don't see them splitting up as an alliance, so they'll just pick a side, I think.
Yeah.
Or do their own thing.
Yeah, Kyle...
Maybe, like, without me, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Kyle, without his partner, is very vulnerable. Because, yeah, everybody was scared of Maddie. Rightfully so.
Yeah. Then you have a Bear Theo, obviously, alliance, but that's not new.
Yeah, and they're targeting the Wes Hunters of the challenge.
They want Wes and Hunter out, so it's like both of the current alliances want Wes, Hunter,
yeah,
and probably Kyle out, because Bear and Kyle aren't, like, that close, but...
Yeah, so they kind of got to win to stay out of elimination, Hunter or Wes.
Hunter and Kyle should form an alliance.
What?
Wes, Hunter, and Kyle should probably form an alliance.
I think that's what the alliance ended up being.
Oh, okay.
Especially now that Kyle took out Bear, Theo's closest alliance.
Yeah.
And we did see, like, Kyle hugging Wes and Hunter after the elimination, so...
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
So we had 3 alliances going on here.
Yeah. That's what I like to see in the challenge house. First challenge as individuals is called Fandemonium. There's a giant 150-foot hallway with large yoga balls at the beginning. Inside the hallway, there are 3 giant hurricane fans capable of making Category 4 hurricanes, going like 150 miles per hour. You have to deposit the balls into a bin at the end of the hallway. Into a bin.
Key. Keyword.
5-minute time limit. So, initial thoughts of this challenge?
Like, right away, I'm, like, thinking about equalizers, honestly. I was like, okay, so you can't have, I don't know, I just feel like you have to have one, but then I don't think it should be, then Sean and I were arguing about, like, well, it can't be male versus female, because you have Maddie would be, it needs to go by, like, weight.
Okay.
Because, like, Bear is really small, and he would probably fall under, like, the female weight class, where Maddie might fall under the male, like, weight class. So,
do you think gender had a lot to do with this?
I think that, like, muscles, like, I don't know, I feel like if the bigger and, like, muscular you are, you could fight through it more. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, I'm unsure about the whole thing as well. It looks like they tried to make a challenge that was almost equal for guys and girls, but I'm not quite exactly sure.
Maybe I overthought it. Maybe it was like somewhat even. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, everyone did like. If you look at how well people did, the strongest guys did the best, and Maddie. Mm-hmm. And then if you look at who did the worst, it was the weakest girls.
Yeah, that's true. Nani did pretty good. I mean,
yeah.
Nani got 4.
Yeah, Georgia and D got 0.
Yeah, the outliers were Georgia and D.
Yeah. How many did Davon get? I missed hers.
Davon got 1, I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah. So she's kind of... Where is she? Yeah, Davon got 1. Yeah. I love Davon during...
Georgia and D are definitely the weakest.
Yeah. It's, yeah...
Maybe it was fair if you look at it like that. The strongest did well, whether it was a guy or a girl.
I love Davon during every challenge. You just hear her mumble, Jesus, 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 to herself. Like the whole time. That's her like coping mechanism for like stress in a challenge.
I hope she comes back next season.
Yeah, I do too. And I think this was a good season for her to want to come back. We'll see how it all ends, but...
I feel like she would want to come back and like have another opportunity where she's not with Bear.
Yeah, but even still, she made it past Bear, right?
Yeah.
Good for her. But yeah, Georgia gets 0, Hunter gets 6, Turbo gives it his all, and that TJ blows the horn right before he deposits his 8th.
I know.
Right? It was so sad. I was like, just give it to him.
But she ended up getting in the tribunal anyway, but still.
Yeah. He needs an oxygen mask. It's hilarious on how he does not care about his own health and just wants to know how many balls he deposited.
How many? And everyone's like, just shut up. And he's like, I can't calm down until I know. I'm like, damn, yo.
And even afterwards, when he was okay in the interview, he's like, they wouldn't tell me how many I got. I guess I just have to wait.
Yeah, that was hilarious. But that attitude is what's going to get him to the final.
Hell yeah. Nani, she just always finds a way. You know, you would think she would do
she's probably the skinniest out of all the females.
That's kind of, where I was thinking. And she gets 4. So, yeah, she's a challenge vet. She knows how to do these challenges. She knows how to get through them.
Do you think there was any strategy here that took, like...
It's all, like, once you're there and what feels right, what's working. It's hard to, it's hard to say when...
I was trying to think, like, would it help if you were crawling, if you were against the wall? Like, I don't know if there was any strategies or if it just had to do with strength. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But, yeah, crawling, I don't know. I feel like you need that, like, head start running, like that running head start to, like, get past a certain zone, and then you just got to push through. And maybe closest to the wall. It looked like a lot of people were close to the wall. Yeah.
Nani's had a good season. Mm-hmm. This is, like, I never really... cared about her or like thought about her as a competitor, but this has been a really good season for her, I think.
Mm-hmm. Theo gets 7, Ninja gets 5, Davon gets 1, D gets 0, Paulie gets 7, Cara gets 5. Is Cara back? She did good.
She did well, yeah. Just as good as Ninja, so that kind of lets you see like who's. It's a good representation of who's where on the totem pole. And it kind of is exactly what we thought. It's like Maddie's at the top, obviously. And for the females,
For the females, at least, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. Yeah, Davon's like 1 notch above D and Georgia.
Yep. It's so accurate. Then Nani, and then Cara, and then Maddie. It's like, yep, that's it. If I had to guess it myself, that's what I would have said.
Yeah, me too.
Very accurate.
Maddie. Wes grants her the honor of the triple threat. She fucks, she fights, and negotiates. That's a certain ticket back to the challenge next season, if you ask me.
Yeah. It was so awkward, but...
But yeah, she killed it. Kyle got 7. And Bear... Woo!
Yo.
Bro, what? I did not know this guy was capable of this.
Yeah, I thought he was going to do really bad just because of, like, size and yeah, he as much as I hate him, I kind of want him to come back.
Oh, no, I need him to come back now.
Because I just enjoy watching people who are good at competing. Like, that's just...
Yeah, and he talks he talks, he backs it up. He's a joker. You know, he owns everything about himself.
He's a toker. He's a midnight toker.
Hey. I don't know the other lyrics. But, yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, so Bear should have gotten 8.
Yeah, with Turbo. So Turbo and Bear were, like...
Almost even, yeah.
Almost, but Bear did better. But yeah.
Yeah, and then it just sucks, man, because he would have been in the tribunal, he would have been safe, he wouldn't have gone home this episode.
I know. You know how much he was probably kicking himself. Oh my god. The whole plane ride home, he's probably like, I can't believe that just happened.
Oh my god. And then, like, maybe Theo would have been knocked out of the top 3, and then we may have seen Theo in an elimination or something like that.
Yeah, it would have gone very differently.
Yeah, I think Turbo would have been in there no matter what, and Paulie as well, so that's why I'm kind of knocking out Theo, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, no, I would knock out Theo too, because Turbo was almost at 8, so he would definitely be in there.
And we heard how fast.
Yeah, no, you're right. It would probably have been Paulie, Turbo, and Bear.
Wild.
I like how he didn't find out until, like, TJ told him.
Right.
And he was being so cocky.
Oh my god, he was gloating so much. I was like, no, please, shut up, please.
I know. I was cringing. I was like, no.
And then when everyone finds out, you can see, like, Wes laughing, and it was
Yeah,
funny.
I was like, everything that comes out of his mouth, it's like, you're just going to be that much more embarrassed when you find out.
I don't know if this is 100% correct, but I saw on Twitter, like, that Bear got paid $100K to be on this season of the challenge.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So, it doesn't matter if he wins.
Right. He's just being himself and doesn't give a fuck what happens. But he does want to win. It does seem like he has that winning attitude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so, like, I don't know if it's possible to have him on again. Because he's getting so many offers from so many other shows, but maybe this show he loved more than the others, so we'll see.
Yeah. But I wonder if MTV would be willing to pay him that much again.
Again, yeah. Especially with all cast members knowing this now.
Yeah. Question. Nani says, this is my first time ever competing alone. Does she mean ever on the challenge or ever
this season? She has competed on one of the first, like, individual challenges called Free Agents, and she made it to a final there. So,
alone?
Yeah, there was an individual game. I mean, some of the challenges were team-based.
It sounded like way more dramatic than it was then.
Yeah, I mean, most of the challenges in Free Agents were, like, team-based or pair-based, and some were individual, but I guess maybe she's thinking ever, because the challenges on Free Agents, the individual challenges, were more like the trivia eating. So this was like a individual, like, strength endurance challenge.
So this could have been her first one.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and check on Free Agents. Like I said, Free Agents was an individual game at its, like, core, but each challenge they would mix it up, have, like, teams of 3, teams, split the teams in 2. But yeah. West finishes it off with 6. Mediocre. Tribunal ends up being Paulie, Theo, and Turbo. Sucks for Bear, like we discussed.
Yeah.
You know what really grinds my gears, Nicole?
Tell me.
How obsessed Georgia is with Bear.
Oh, she's so obsessed with him. Like, it's... Oh, my God. After the elimination, when she was like... Or not the elimination. After the challenge, when after he finds out, she's like, I'll do whatever you want. But that, honestly, though, it was so sweet. Yeah. It was so sweet, but, like, the wrong person to be sweet to.
Yeah, because you could just see Bear's not really feeling...
Like, what an angel she is. And just what... No, seriously, like, how sweet was that? Like,
yeah.
I don't know, it was just really cute, and then Bear's just an asshole, and I can't wait for the reunion until she sees everything he said about her.
Yeah, I did
change it.
I saw some tweets here and there by Georgia about Hunter and how she felt deceived by Hunter, so we'll see how she feels about Bear.
Yeah.
But yeah, tribunal nominations. Theo just grabs 3 names, just like his former partner Kara would do, as Paulie points out.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, he pulls 3 names. At this point, I don't know why Turbo's picking Hunter over Bear. Remember he had that beef with Bear because he quit the challenge? I thought, and I mean, I didn't think he had a beef with Hunter at this moment.
Yeah. I also was confused why. I thought immediately, like, well, Bear's going to be in this, but no, I don't know why not.
Then again, it doesn't really matter. Maybe they kind of know whoever's going in is picking Bear for some reason, but I'm not sure. But those are the 3 that get picked: Hunter, Wes, and Kyle. Interrogation room. This was maybe Hunter's worst moment in challenge history.
Oh, Hunter is just like, God, he's just like a I don't know, just that when you have a kid and they get into their teenage years and all they do is argue and they're just irrational.
He's just a meathead.
He's just so irrationally angry and like
there's like no layers to him.
He's just so immature. It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Not attractive.
So, I mean, this had to be rehearsed. I don't know how you say this to yourself and think, yeah, this is going to work for great TV. First of all, it's Johnny Bananas' line, death, taxes, and Johnny Bananas.
Yeah, that felt so forced when he said that.
Dude said, what did he said? There's only 3 things that are certain in life. Death, taxes, and I will not plead my case on why you shouldn't choose me over the other 2.
So that was number 3?
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know.
I actually thought that he only said 2 things and forgot to say a third.
No, he finally got it out.
I didn't realize that was his 3rd thing.
That was his 3rd thing.
Wow.
I'm speechless.
Wow.
It's like, again, how before you go into that interrogation room are you like, yep, this is going to work. This is going to be great TV.
He's not funny. Like, after they pulled off the Wes's therapy session, when he was like, just give me the Oscar now. Just give me the Oscar. Just give me the Oscar now. And he, was so awkward
it's
about
like,
it.
just let it sit and let the viewers enjoy it. Don't, brag about it immediately.
Like, I don't know. It just wasn't fun. Like, you could tell he was trying to, be funny and, emphasize the moment. But I'm like, he's just not funny. I don't know. He's a good competitor, but he's just not funny. Or he's also immature, so.
Yeah, and he came from the show Are You the One? So, I mean, I guess that's not that big of a surprise.
True.
Kyle gets in the interrogation room, says, he brings up a good point. Kyle, again, he's great at, every facet of the challenge, competition, politics. He says that he's the only one without a partner. He's the only one without a number 1, he says.
Kyle?
Yeah, which is true. I mean, Maddie kind of, but...
Yeah.
But he really doesn't have a number 1. Like, Wes has a number 1 who is Hunter, and Theo had a number 1 who is Bear, and Turbo has a number 1 who's Paulie, so... He's not a threat in that case. He's kind of like the swing vote. He's trying to... Yeah. And then, Wes gets in there... Theo is so immature and childish. He just jokes about his age.
Oh my gosh.
And Wes has an interview where he's like, Theo will be humbled this season. And I think he's telling the truth there. I don't see Theo making a final. I think he will be humbled in an elimination. Hopefully by Wes.
Theo's not making this final.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So.
No, there's too many. It's too stacked right now.
And he hasn't really proven himself. Went over the top to make me choose him over anybody else.
He hasn't done anything this season that's made me be like, oh shit! Watch out for him.
Although
there's a lot of new people this season, and I've said that about a few, but not him.
Yeah, although there is a stat roaming the Twitterverse that I took a picture of that I'm pulling up currently. For the guys left in the game, Theo has the most tribunals, with Turbo, Paulie, and Wes having 4. Theo has 5. Kyle has 2. Hunter has 3.
Interesting.
Theo and Turbo are the only guys left in the game who do not have an elimination win.
Oh, yeah, so actually I was looking at that. For the elimination wins, I have that written down, too. Kara and Theo never won one, and then Nani and Turbo.
Yeah. And then Kyle just won his first. That was actually Kyle's first individual win in an elimination. So good for him, but we'll get to that later. Where do we get to next? I think this is like the most entertaining part of the season so far. One of my favorites, at least. Hunter goes to his go-to and claims that he will fuck someone up. You know, that's his go-to when hanging out with people. This time it's Turbo. Theo then calls Hunter a bitch. Wes chilling in the background, laying low with the sunglasses. He is, this is the part of the game where you lay low. You do not want to get targeted. So good job on Wes. So Turbo mode. This is it.
I like being the side of him.
Yeah, this makes me want Turbo to be like...
I'm really nervous because he's not familiar with the challenge like as much as everyone else. I got so nervous that he was going to get sent home, and I was hoping that he was smart enough not to take it to that far.
Right. I almost thought, for a split second, I'm like, is he about to put his hands on Hunter? But yeah, he's from Survivor. Survivor doesn't tolerate that either, so maybe that's where he gets his self-discipline.
Yeah.
And he just seems like a fucking respectful ass dude, so
I need to make a note to watch Survivor Turkey.
Yeah, I might do that
season
that
he won. That'd be kind of cool.
He won 2, so you gotta watch 2.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
True that.
Turbo mode. Davon's face the whole time. Did you catch that? You gotta go back because they're arguing and she's right in the middle but a little in the background and she's just like her eyes wide open the whole time. She's going back and forth with her head, and then when Turbo stands up she's like, oh, I don't know, it was funny.
Oh no, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, her faces are priceless. I remember the eye roll she had when she was standing next to Bear one time. But yeah, Turbo says he smells fear from Hunter.
Yeah, totally. I really mean he was wafting it into his face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Turbo is everything.
That was him being feeling vulnerable.
Yeah, and then because even afterwards, Turbo runs to his room, calls him son of the bitch. I love that. He doesn't want to talk to Hunter. Hunter's just embarrassing himself at this moment. He should just walk away. I think he's trying to mend fences, what it kind of seems like. Calls Hunter easy meat. Hunter's like, I'm human too. No, you are chicken. Oh my god. That was the highlight of the episode for sure.
Oh man.
And then he's like, I can't smack him because it would be animal abuse.
Oh my gosh.
He said you were chicken. He said, no, you are not human. You are chicken. Damn. The quick wittiness by Turbo. And then, the night, the next morning, Turbo goes to Wes. If he tries to touch my arm, I will break his arm.
Oh, yeah, and he goes, can you pass... No, he goes, if he even brushes into me, I will break his arm. Pass along that message. I was like, oh,
and Wes is like, I will make sure that gets to him.
and sure enough, what does Hunter do? Start trying to apologize. My man was scared.
Yeah.
My man, if that was me, I'd be like, all right, Turbo, you win. I'm scared of you.
Yeah, I'm scared of Turbo for Hunter.
Yeah.
And then, we noticed Nani was in Hunter's bed, so they're still going at it.
Yeah.
And then, Kyle has, a smart remark. He's like, all problems, the root of all problems is a woman. It's Nani. You guys are fighting because of Nani.
Because Turbo is in love with Nani, they're saying. I think Turbo loves Nani. I don't think that.
I think he has a lot of love for her.
And I think it probably does bother him that Nani's with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. There is a very small...
I think Turbo sees Hunter's flaws and cares about Nani. So.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. The killing floor is where we go to next. Oh my god, Burger King is giving a special treat to the winner. Oh my god.
Yeah, they said like 7 times.
Oh my god. Nuggets and fries. Oh my god.
You know that they had to do that. Like, that was so obviously, like,
yeah,
just trying to advertise for them.
It was so awkward.
They probably got paid a lot of money to do that. Like, Burger King was like, we'll give you $100K if you say our name 6 times.
It's like, out of all the sponsorships, why is Burger King the one that sponsors the challenge?
I don't know, but they do. This isn't the first time.
Right. They've been doing it since, like, way back in the day, too. Like season, 10 or something, I remember they had, like, a Burger King thing as well. So, like, they've always been, like, lifelong partners with the challenge.
I mean, I respect it.
I mean, sure, but get some other sponsors so the show gets bigger.
Taco Bell, I don't know.
Yeah, something. So for the next guys' tribunal, it'll kind of take care of itself, because there's 6 people left. Oh, well, actually, yeah, who knows? It's kind of confusing now, because, I mean, like, that's saying if 3 guys actually get into the tribunal for the next guy's elimination. If 3 guys get into the tribunal, then the other 3 are up for a nomination.
Yeah.
So that's where it gets kind of weird, but I suppose we'll see. Hopefully we get some mixed-matched tribunals from now on. But I mean, yeah, it's just so weird. I wish they would just split up women and guys and have them compete against each other, their own sexes.
Like a girls' day challenge and a guys?
No, maybe that, or just the same challenge, but the females are, competing against each other. Like Maddie, Ninja, and Kara would have gotten the girls' tribunal, while blah 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 would have gotten the guys' tribunal. But maybe that's too complicated. I just want to see girls compete against girls, guys compete against guys. I'm not that big of a fan when it's mixed-matched.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's just me.
Well, I don't like the equalizers, so I'm with you.
Yeah, Turbo chooses Kyle. Theo chooses Wes. And I thought, going into this, I thought Turbo was going to choose Hunter, obviously, because of what happened the night before, but...
Yeah.
He chooses to go over Kyle. He actually gives a reason, too. He's like, Wes hasn't said my name. Hunter could have thrown me in last week, but he didn't. So Turbo's super honorable.
Yo, that was crazy that Turbo didn't say Hunter.
Yeah. Turbo's going to learn...
Do you think it had anything to do with it? It would make it a tie? I mean, probably partly.
Partly,
or no?
but then they would have had a chance to vote again, so he could have switched his vote then.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that was like really bizarre. Even though they got in a fight, he was still like honoring how they be treating each other.
Right, and you even heard Turbo like screaming like, "You'll see on the killing floor. I'll show you on the killing floor."
I know. So I was like, I don't know. I thought that meant that was like for sure.
Yeah. So it's tied up 1-1 with Kyle and Wes. Who do you think Paulie's choosing right now? Or who do you think he was choosing at that moment?
What, between Kyle?
Yeah, that's who I thought. It'd be good because he kind of tried to fool everybody with that dumb speech, but I was not getting fooled.
Yeah. No. Actually, for a split second, I did believe it. No, I take that back. I actually thought he was gonna pick Wes.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay. Yeah.
Like they kind of convinced me, and then where the commercial started, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I wasn't buying it. I was like, he's going Kyle.
I think it would have been smart if he actually chose Wes, because Wes is probably a bigger threat. I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
I don't know. All right, well, either way, I'm not shocked that he chose Kyle.
Right. And then we see Nani's saying what everybody else is saying at home, like, I'm tired of this rivalry.
Yo, what she said was so spot on. She's like, get over it. Like, who cares? Like, I'm so sick of hearing about this. Like,
yeah,
everybody's thinking the same thing. Like, it's so old and, like, to the point where I just want production to, like, cut. Don't show me anything. Edit that all out. It's so annoying.
To the point where, like, Paulie and Kyle can't even be on, like, a rival season together because they're so friendly.
Yeah.
So Kyle's down there on the killing floor, and he chooses to go against Bear. That's who I kind of assumed he would go against. It was either Bear, Hunter, or Wes.
Isn't he in an alliance with Wes and Hunter?
Right, that's kind of what he was saying.
And he's never really been on the UK alliance, so...
Mm-hmm. So this is kind of where he, drew his line.
Yeah.
Alright. Not actually with the UKs.
Yeah, and now there's only 2 UK left, so...
Yeah, and that kind of, splitting up the teams into individuals kind of did ruin the narrative of UK, of the UK alliance.
100%, because it was half the teams had a UK member and the other half didn't, and it was pretty even, and as soon as it split up, obviously, since there was only one UK on half, it just immediately they were overpowered.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it did, you're right, it did kind of ruin that, which was kind of fun.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, nothing actually played out with the UK versus everybody else. It just died.
There's no end to it. Yeah. It just kind of fizzled out.
It's oh, that was fucking 8 of the episodes I watched, but now it's just a new storyline.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's facts.
Yeah, so the elimination is called King of the World. So this is sort of a throwback to an elimination way back in the day. I'm almost positive it was the Gauntlet. I'm not sure which Gauntlet. It was Derek. Derek, the one who went up against Joss in that crazy elimination.
Yeah, Derek K?
Yeah, Derek K. He was in it. I remember Derek winning it. They were they were on the beach, and they were answers on coconuts, and TJ would ask a question, you would have to get the right answer and bring it past a line. Or wrestle your opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so very similar. Let me describe it real quick, even though I kind of just did. There will be a series of trivia questions, and then this is when we cue Bear and Kyle crying. That was funny.
Yeah. That was a good even matchup because they were both wow, we don't know anything.
Yeah, but it ended up being just kind of a wrestling match because you had the audience giving the answers. It was just like a wrestling match.
Yeah, and if somebody does grab a ball, you could just tackle them and take it and hope that they were right.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't actually need to know the answers.
Yeah, there were 5 answers hanging above in a net full of giant balls. Balls will drop. You must grab the ball with the correct answer and deposit it into your goal. And yeah, that was the elimination. So round 1. How many dots are on a dice? I would have panicked in the moment. Wes tries to call out the wrong answer, which I didn't pick up on.
22, he was saying?
He said 22, yeah.
Who was he trying to mess up? Both of them?
I don't even know. That's just typical Wes.
Yeah. And then Paulie was like, that's wrong, it's 21. Why is everyone giving the answer? You're helping both of them.
Right, yeah, it's no point.
Just let it play out.
Yeah. Bear tries. He gives a hell of an effort, but yeah, he's just way too small for Kyle for a wrestling match. It's just near impossible. He's got to straight up beat him with sprinting and throwing the ball away then sprinting to it or something.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he would do better than he did, but right away you saw that he didn't have much of a chance.
You know what I just realized?
What?
My mic wasn't plugged in this whole time.
What does that mean?
Not really. It's just going to be bad audio, but whatever.
Oh.
Sorry, listeners. God damn it.
You suck.
Alright, well, yeah, gonna finish it up now. Round 2. Which country has a royal family? I didn't necessarily know this, but once it...
Oh, I had no idea, but I would have guessed... I would have guessed Argentina first, and then I probably would have guessed Japan second.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when there were 4 left, I would have guessed Japan instead of Chile.
Yeah. But honestly, Sean and I both said to each other, I don't know that either.
Yeah.
And everybody was laughing at them, but I'm like, y'all know that?
Doubt it.
Yeah.
Round 3. What is a dolphin classified as?
Easy.
A mammal. Kyle blocks Bear from almost scoring. That was pretty epic.
Yeah. I actually thought Bear was going to score there, and then when he didn't, I was like, well, nice knowing you.
Yeah. So, Kyle wins 3-0. Hell of a run by Bear. Shouldn't have went home this episode if he just deposited those damn balls in the bin.
Yeah.
But that's the challenge in a nutshell. So Bear goes home. Do you think, it's hard to say whether we'd see him or not, but you'd want to see him again, right?
I do, and his little outro was no, humans can't humble me, no male, no female, but the challenge has humbled. Yeah. So I think he had a really great experience, and I think now that he learned some valuable lessons, I think I could see him wanting to come back. I hope.
Yeah.
It just might be a matter of logistics, of financial logistics, and all the other offers he has.
And schedule, yeah.
So.
Yeah, we see Georgia crying like her dog just died. Her face is just swollen. She looks
I really like her. I hope when she rewatches all this, she grows as a person and realizes.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I'm really starting to like Kyle. I don't know.
Yeah, I am too. I actually, Kyle and Wes are the people I hope. The two I hope who win the whole show. Kyle or Wes. I want Wes because I always want an old school because you don't know how many challenges they have left. Kyle has a bunch left, so it's I hope Wes gets this one.
Yeah. How many people do you think are going to go into the final?
I think it might be a similar situation to Vendettas where 6 people go in and then 3 people make it to the second stage of the final.
Yeah.
It might be one of those.
Yeah, I can see that too.
So yeah, I'm going to go with 3 females and 3 guys. So 6 people. That's what I would guess.
Okay.
We see a cool little interview with, Bear's outro. He's he puts his hands over his face, and then he separates his fingers.
And he's just looking at
Yeah, and I'm like, that's a poster.
Yeah, that's a t-shirt. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's a character.
Yeah. So yeah, that was Kyle's first individual elimination win. He has been in eliminations before with Brad, which did not go well on Final Reckoning.
Yeah.
But he gets to take 3 people on his adventure to the Burger King land to eat Burger King. And he makes a really smart decision by taking all the girls.
Yeah, you thought that was just his safest?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that was his safest move and his best move. Davon, I bet, would think of that if she was in a tribunal and voting for guys. I feel like she wouldn't vote Kyle.
Wait, Davon's not out.
No, she's not.
Oh shit, I crossed her out.
Yeah, she's in. No girl went home. Yeah, it was a guy's elimination, so only one guy went home.
My God.
Oh yeah, because you crossed out Bear and Davon.
Oh my God, I had just in my head she went home, but I just realized she didn't. My girl.
Yeah, he takes all the girls but Georgia. And immediately I think back to when Kyle and Georgia got into that argument, when they were having that costume party, and Georgia's "Are you threatening me?"
Yeah, obviously she didn't bring Georgia because
But that wraps it up. I'm extremely pissed my mic wasn't plugged in the whole time, but you don't have a mic either, so I guess we're on the same playing field right now.
Now we both just sound like shit.
I know. Sorry, listeners. Next on, like I explained the challenge. Looks like a puzzle challenge while they're on top of a drifting car. We see Wes politicking. We see Davon telling Georgia not to trust Wes. And we see Cara and Nani argument, which I'm looking forward to the most.
Kyle and Nani?
Cara and Nani.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I feel like Nani's going to be right, whatever they're arguing about.
Yeah, me too. No bias, but...
If I had to guess, I'm going to say Nani's right.
Yeah. It sounds like Cara's just like, you're in jeopardy of going home. Like, you're in danger. Or, like, some shit like that. And Nani's like, shut up, I'll do what I want.
Yeah.
But yeah, competitor of the week. I'm gonna give it to Bear. Don't care.
Bear don't care.
Bear don't care.
Competitor of the week.
You could also give it to Maddie, too.
Yeah, because of the 8?
Yeah, he should have gotten 8, and nobody else did that. Paulie couldn't do it. Turbo almost did it. But yeah. Fair, Bear.
I'll agree with you on that one. And then for politician of the week, I mean, Kyle with picking those 3 girls for the Burger King was smart.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Kyle. And even in the interrogation room, he was bringing up some good points.
Yeah, and he is kind of playing the best political game in the sense that he's not caught up in any alliances, and everyone so strongly hates. I mean, Paulie hates him, but
I don't even think he hates him anymore. I just think he's a target because he was a target, so it's like an easy vote.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'd say.
But yeah.
And the wallpaper would be D.
Yeah, D and Ninja.
Yeah, this episode at least.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that wraps it up. Anything else?
I think that wraps it up until next week.
Until next week. We did introduce ourselves in the beginning, so that was good.
Getting better at this.
We always forget something. We either forget to introduce ourselves or I forget to plug in my mic. So
3 years later.
3 years later, we'll get it perfect. We'll get it. But yes, this has been a challenge recap time with the Valentines. You can follow me at No Valentines with a Z at the end. Feel free to ask questions. Give us a thumbs up. Write in those comments. But yeah, season's slowly coming to an end. So let's hear your predictions for who's making it to the final. If 3 guys and 3 girls are going, let us know in your comments. And yeah, we'll see you next week for episode 11?
Yep.
Episode 11. All right. Peace out.
Adios.